I think we started off by looking at human resource management. So I think the important message to take away from Kwang and Jasper's presentation is that you think about your corporate that way. Okay, this is your company, and we have the corporate level strategies, business level strategies, and then we have the functional level strategies. The important message from that group is that when you have your corporate level strategies, that transform into business strategies, and that transform into functional strategies. But important thing, human resource is one of the functions, so they must be integrated and connected. So these are all together. So we introduce the concept of strategic human resource management, of which there are two important messages there, that this part, the internal, must fit with the external. Okay, I draw it this way, okay, so that it looks more clear. But remember, your external is the whole thing. Your organization is inside the external environment, okay? But you need to have the fit, okay? And this strategic management point of view is that if you use this resource-based view, they say that you can create competitive advantage. Sorry, my writing is not perfect. That if you have resources that are not easily copied by people, that it can, that they are not easily, that you own them and that can create value. Okay, create value means you can create differentiation, or you can create cost, low cost. When you can have this and it is not easy to copy, then you can create competitive advantage, right? So that's the business part. So when we look at human resources, you, me, they, all of us are unique. And when we are together working, we create unique organization. It is not easy for your competitors to copy. Neither is it easy for your competitor to just replicate a Ivy or replicate a Louis. You can be a clone, but you know, when we are not growing up together, we are not making the organization interacting in the networking, social networking perspective. We cannot create exactly the same. We can follow all the things we do as in successful company like Microsoft or Google, but we will never be the same because the people inside there are not the same, and also the culture, the whole path of getting to where they are today are not the same. So therefore, you can utilize therefore your human resource as a very powerful tool to create competitive advantage. Do you follow? Okay. So now, this is the internal part. But all these things must fit to the external part because your business is working in an external environment, which consists, you know, your pestle. So you have boundaries by law, labor law, you have boundaries by other regulations and so on and so forth. More importantly, your customer is sitting outside your organization. And you need to create organization that can serve your customer better so that they have smiley face, not sad face. Okay? And so therefore the concept of human resource management is such that if you have happy employees, they become happy customer. Why? Because then they are skilled, they are confident, they are committed, they are doing a good job because they are happy, they are satisfied. And so the motivation theories come in. How can you make your people, which is so important to make this extra defendable, sustainable, competitive advantage happy, so that they can be happy. Okay? More importantly, this part changed. I use this technical symbol. It changed. So environment is not the same all the time. Some change faster, like our admin IT. It is IT. We know IT. Any word that has to do with ICT, IT, they change really fast. Okay? So you need to make sure these changes are reflected also this side. So this part will change according to this part. And when all these are changing, this part must change according to this part. And therefore you have the continuous development. Okay, I think someone spoke there. You need to then have the training. Because if your staff are happy at the beginning, when they start getting into uncomfortable level, example because of the changes, they need to do new things, they have new duties, they have new responsibilities, they can't do anymore, then burnout come in. Right? Because you are not able to do, you are not able to cope. So you always must look after your people to make them happy by continuously supporting them, giving them training, and then talent development. Because some people are happy to do the same job for the next 25 years until they retire, but some people are not. Example, you said that maybe you like to do what you do best, you like to do what you like to grow, you like to learn. So you have to have example program to manage your talent so that they are not stuck in that position for the next 25 years and felt that they have nothing good to do anymore. Okay, so you need to manage the talent, you need to motivate them by giving them a total remuneration. I use that. So it is not just about salary, but it's about the whole compensation package. Okay, that it must be not just the salary is right, the work condition is right, the benefits are right, and so on and so forth. So that finally at the end, the person balance. Okay, and that balancing effect is difficult, but it is a very important job of us as managers to think about. Okay, and so you need to also make sure that you try to engage them. Okay, we have some ideas how to engage the people, engagement, and also this kind of ownership program. Okay, again, this is a question mark because it may work in some culture, it may not work in some culture, it may work in some people that, example, has been maybe longer term in the organization, but maybe not so well with young people who are just coming in, who are looking for something different. So again, all these are tools. There's no one right answer how you should do all these things, okay? But the important thing is that you must decide how to balance all these things within your resources. Because it's always scarce, okay? Unfortunately, there's always scarce resources. There's so much money you can spend on your people because you also need to spend on the marketing, the research, the development, the so many other things. So it's a balancing factor. So you have to see if people are important, how much money you want to spend, how much resources you want to invest to these people, and use different tools of different investment level. So if you have more money, you can spend more on monetary kind of things, but smaller companies like what we are doing, it is difficult to spend just on money because they're so small. Sometimes they're only 2-3 people company with really small amount of profit. They have to think other ways to attract people and to bring in the right employee to the right organization with the right kind of values so that they can stay. So the selection and recruiting, so come back to the basic, when recruit and select, okay, I think Marika said the right people to the right place, doing the right kind of work that is competent for them at the beginning, but as the change, they must be developed. And that is the case for our Heaven IT. They recruited people who are really good programmers, but now when they merge, the programmers must do data center work, the programmers must do customer service work. They are not the same anymore. They have to be retrained, they have to be redeveloped. And so the competency model comes in that you have to understand when these are changing, what kind of competencies are needed, okay, to do the job best to help this organization. Okay, so this is kind of summarized everything in a nutshell of all the things they have spoken. So they spoke 3 hours, I can have only 10 minutes to keep everything short, but I hope you get the idea how all those topics are connected to each other so that you know how to apply them when you are a human resource manager in the